Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us today. We begin with no charges will be filed in the deadly shooting of a protester at Atlanta's Public Safety Training Center earlier this year. In a report released just hours ago, a special prosecutor investigating the case determined lethal force used by troopers against Manuel Terán was justified. The shooting happened during a raid at the DeKalb County site. GSP troopers say Terán refused to come out of a tent. A pepper ball launcher was then used to flood that tent with smoke in an attempt to get that protester to leave. Troopers say Terán was armed and fired multiple shots, injuring a trooper. Troopers returned fire, killing him. The autopsy conducted by the DeKalb County Medical Examiner's Office showed Terán was shot 57 times. People opposed to the Public Safety Training Center and those who call it Cop City are pushing to get the issue on a ballot. About a month ago, they delivered more than 116,000 signed petitions in favor of that to City Hall. Atlanta News First, Zach Summers spoke with Manuel Terán's mother about the ruling of his death. We'll hear from her on Atlanta News First at 4.